Hello trips and welcome back to Hanning's Rest. I've actually just came back from my holidays and I did buy some stuff. Not as much as usual, but I did buy some stuff. So I'll show you the first things that we got. First thing was my wife picked up this little milk float from made by Oxford Diecast. That's quite a smart wee milk float. That'll go in the railway somewhere. I think she paid like £9 or something for it. We got that at the Frome model railway show, which is for the P7 and EM gauge guys. It's actually a really good show. The building's a bit of a rabbit warren, but the show's good. The layouts are well spaced out and that, but I didn't take any photos or anything like that. It was too hot, I couldn't be bothered. Right, the next thing I got was, I got this, I don't know how well you can see it. It's a British Railways Matador. I got that for £7. That's quite a nice wee model. We'll get it out of the box, we'll have a look. It's got some kind of certificate or something with it, hang on. Oh, I don't know what this is. It's a limited edition. Number 7,934, 11,200. Whoopee. So we've got a limited edition British Rail Matador. Which, if I can get it out of the box, it's got some tools and nonsense in the back. Then that's quite a smart wee model. Yeah. You can put a wee trailer on the back of it and that. So I will shove that up here somewhere there. So we can find somewhere to put it. Right, I also got 3 wagons. Again, second hand, because I'm refusing to pay 30 quid for a wagon, because I don't think paying all that extra money for the underframe detail is particularly worth it, if you know what I mean. Right, hang on. First wagon for a Wren, £10. Salsa salt. The box is in brilliant condition. I don't even know if this has ever been at the box, do you know that? We'll get this open and have a wee look. Always use a roller to open these boxes, you know, just to you shove it in there and prise it down. It stays you rip in the box. Right, we'll see if this. I do like the Wren wagons, I must admit, they're super. Again, it's the metal underframe and all that. Aye. It's got the metal handrails on the doors and that. Just here and here, they're metal. Ah, quite smart. Seems to go alright. Right, on to the next one. The next one again is a Wren. It's the Eskimo van. No idea what Eskimo is, or is or whatever. I just like the van. So get this one open. There's a sticker on the back of this one that says £1.65. I wonder if that's how much that wagon was new. Wouldn't surprise me, because I've got a box up the stair that I've put up the loft that had a Hornby 16-ton mineral wagon in it. and it was a grand total of 35 pence brand new when I was a boy. How things change, eh? Right. And I do still have the wagon. It still runs in the track. Well, this is a smart wee wagon. I never noticed this before. Come it. These have been used, but not very much by the look at them. I can't get this one out the box. Maybe that's why there's not been used much. Can't get them out the box. That's it. As you can see, the wheels on it are pretty dirt free and don't have much markings on them. The wheels are spinning alright. Yeah, again, there's the wee metal pipes on the end. The usual metal chassis, which I think is the same in all the wagons, but yeah. Aye, quite smart. So that's 2 wagons. That one was also a tenner. I say, it's amazing what you can get for £100, you know, or thereabouts, if you go second hand, rather than buying 3 wagons for 90 quid, you know. Right, this is another wee wagon, this is also an end wagon. This one was also a tenner. And it's a little Vauxhall van. It's quite well detailed again, you know. And the planking and all that's all packed out. As you can see on the, I don't know how well you can see that. Oh, that's my pass light on. If I can remember how it goes on. Maybe we'll bother. Right, so that's that. And that's quite smart. See how that one rolls. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, quite pleased with it. That was going to need a wee oil, I think. Oh, I need a wee oil. That one's got plastic wheels. So maybe see if I can change them out somehow. But we'll leave that for another day. Right, what else did I get? Right. Well, I went to my usual wee game come second-hand model railway shop in Weston-super-Mare called MT Games. Now I go there every year and I always buy stuff. It's not a model railway shop as such. It predominantly it's for Lego and collectibles, you know, pop heads, all that kind of nonsense. That's primarily what they do. But they do have a section with model railway stuff in it, you know. Right, and I got this. It came just in the polystyrene doofer. I paid £50 for it. That's a Hornby model. And it's this Lord Roberts. Now, I think for, you know, if you actually look at it, the handrails and all that on it are all really good. There are details there. Doesn't have sprung buffers or anything like that. Yeah, it's tender drive, but who cares? I like tender drive. There's bits of polystyrene stuck everywhere. There's the only thing about polystyrene boxes, eh? Look at the polystyrene under there. L'Oreal. Anyway, this doesn't look as if it's been used very much at all. So I got this for 50 quid. I might even be able to change out the... It's got the screw-in decoupling rather than a riveted one. And what I have got, that I got off eBay, I got these. I'll do a separate video on these, but I'll fit one on that just to see how it works. Alright, so we'll shove this on the track and see how it goes. Alright, back in a minute. Right, troops, that's on the track. We'll turn it on and see how it goes. If it goes. Oh, and it's off. It's not very well railed right enough, but hang on. We'll try that again now after I've put it on the track properly, eh? Nice. Right, we'll try and reverse. Excellent. Well, that's what I want to add to the fleet. Okay. Right, troops, I got another loco at MT Games. And it came in bubble wrap. Now, I'll unwrap this very carefully because I knew there was a wee bit of damage done to it before I pulled it. It's just to make sure the wee bit doesn't fall off. There you go. And then it's there. There's an AF and it does have a crew. Alright. So again, quite well detailed. No sprung buffers like that, but they're separately fitted handrails. Wee bits of tarnishing on it and stuff. But aye, it looks like it's hardly been used either. I paid £45 for this. Again, it's a tender drive job. Obviously the motor's needing a wee bit of oil and stuff like that. The clips have got broken off of the tender, but I can stick that back down. That'll be, I can get that shoved on with some black tack, that'll do it. Right. Oh, again, a screw hand coupling. Excellent. Right, we'll stick this on the track and we'll see how this goes. Right, troops, that's the AF on the tracks. So we'll set this off and see how this one goes. Oh, it's lovely and quiet. As I said, there's a wee bit of damage on it. The handrail at the front of the right hand side of the tender, the top, has come detached for the body, so I'll stick it on with some super glue. That'll do that. Excellent. Aye, well chuffed with that. Right, on to the next thing. Right guys, on to the third loco that I got. It's a Hornby one. And it's the Hornby T9. Well, you can see that very well. There you go, Hornby T9. Well, I don't know if the writing's coming up backwards or no on your screens, I really don't know. Anyway, I got this at the Frome Model Railway Show. I got it off a Lord and Butler. It was £90. There you go, there's a wee loco. The detail on this is phenomenal. It's got the sprung buffers, all that. Separately fitted gubbins in the front. Well, you can see that. The handrails are really nice. The wee fencing top of the dome and stuff like that, you know. The pipe work that goes underneath. There's even a representation of valve gear in there. The pipes along the top are good. There's no mould mark or anything like that. But what is phenomenal is the cab. Look at that. What a cracking wee cab. Anyway. Now, for some reason, when Hornby sold these have got the plug-in sockets, but when Hornby put them in the boxes, they decided to unplug them. So you've got to plug them back in, and they're a pain in the bum, and they're easy to break. So you've got to be very careful putting these wee connectors back in. Alright, again, any in pockets, vacuum pipes fitted. I don't know if this one's DCC fitted or not, because most of the locomotives on the stand were DCC fitted. If it is, and the chip gives me problems, I've got blanking plates there, so aye. But I do like that wee car. That is mental, isn't it? The 8-wheel tender. But the detail on it is phenomenal. Now, for what I paid for this, I believe you can still get this model, brand new. I don't know if there's a different livery or a different number or whatever, but I believe you can still get it. I believe it's still in the catalogue. And I don't think it'll be £90. So for 90 quid, I think I got myself a bargain with this. Right, I'll plug that into the tender, and then we'll try it on the track. Alright guys, right, back in a minute. Right troops, that's the 8F pulling some assorted box wagons, and that's the T9 pulling these coaches. And I had to move the T9 onto this track because the front bogie didn't like one of the bits of track, and it kept coming near rails, so I put it onto this track. It's been on and on here now for half an hour, absolutely spot on. That's a lovely wee model and it runs really well, quite pleased with it. There's the 8F coming again. Right troops. And there you go, there's Lord Roberts belting round pulling the Reka assorted vans. Right, so over the next few weeks I've got various projects on the go. I'll be doing a video on fitting the KDs to this. I'll also need to cut that point there down. The pin sticks up and it catches on the Andrew Bartley. I'll get some more of this here done. I'll replace this point. I'll finish landscaping all this and move all this junk out the road. So aye, that's the next few weeks worth. But apart from that, who knows, it might all change, you never know. Alright, so I'll leave you with a few running shots of these going round. Alright troops. Bye now, thanks for watching. Bye.